on the OKC Thunder. We all know they lost Kevin Durant. And just like the Paul George video, how the Indiana Pacers lost their best player, and we're gonna predict how good OKC gonna be without Kevin Durant. As is, like Westbrook can get injured, another player can get injured. So as of right now, OKC has a team that is good. They got a lot of talent. They lost Kevin Durant. We're gonna hurt them a whole lot offensively and defensively. But with that being said, they're only gonna miss for about 19 to 20 games, 6 to 8 weeks. They should still be decent because we're gonna look at their schedule and see what games they can possibly win and what games they possibly can't win. You're gonna look at their roster, who's gonna take Kevin Durant's spot. I'm thinking it's gonna be Westbrook, Jackson, and Lamb, Ibaka, and Perkins as a starting lineup. Their bench still gonna have to step up because Westbrook ain't gonna be able to put up 30, 40 every game, and Westbrook has a history of injury problems too. You don't want him doing too much to carry the team because because Kevin Durant is out. You don't want Westbrook doing too much because if he goes down, this team will not be off to a horrible start for the season. They lose their two best players because Westbrook will have to do a lot to take up what Kevin Durant had left since he's injured. Just like Kevin Durant put up 32 points a game when Westbrook was out, and he was dominating, putting up 30 in the first couple quarters, just killing the game. He had more. Kevin Durant averaged a lot of assists too, and we're gonna have to see Westbrook do the same, putting up around 25 to 30 points, 8 to 9 assists, and like 5 to 7 rebounds. For a point guard, gonna be hard to do, but Westbrook showed they can put up similar numbers like that. So right now we're gonna look at the roster, and we about to get an assumption about what the team gonna look like with Kevin Durant is gone. Kevin Durant, like I said, I'm projecting that Jeremy Lamb is gonna take his spot at the small forward position. If not, Jeremy Lamb is gonna be Perry Jones, and everybody else. They got Lance Thomas, Sebastian Telfair, Richard Solomon, Andre P. Robertson, Talib, Zana. None of these players are really very, very good players. They just good role players and good skill set players. So I'm just projecting Jeremy Lamb to take the small forward position. And now we're going to look at their schedule to see how many games they can actually win with the roster that they have. And like I said, OKC still has a lot of talent on the roster. Right as of right now, they're still a threat offensively and defensively with Serge Ibaka back there. Expect Serge Ibaka to be putting around 15 to 20 points since Kevin Durant is injured. Expect his scoring to go way up because they're going to need it. So they got their first game is going to be against Portland Trailblazers. I'm expecting that game to be competitive, but their first two games going to be very hard for them to win against Portland and the Clippers. I don't know if they can win them two games. But the one against Denver seems semi-winnable. The one against Brooklyn, winnable. Toronto, that should be a decent game. Memphis should be, I can see it being competitive. Sacramento and Milwaukee should, and Boston and Detroit, all should be winnable. Houston, that should be a competitive game depending on if somebody can step up for OKC. Utah should be winnable. Denver, Brooklyn, Golden State, Utah, Knicks, all them games seem competitive enough that OKC could probably get a win in 4 of them games, or at least 3 of them. And that should have their record, should be competing for an 8th spot without Kevin Durant, depending on how the season go for other teams. And then, like I said, you got the Pelicans, Philadelphia, Detroit, Milwaukee, and Minnesota and Cleveland. The team has winnable games in its first couple games. And like I said, OKC don't seem like a team that's that bad without Kevin Durant. Like I said, they have a lot of players that can step up. Their bench is still weak and pathetic and pitiful. But with that being said, with Westbrook being aggressive and Westbrook causing a lot of havoc offensively, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for Jeremy Lamb to hit no open shots. Perry Jones hit open shots, and Serge Ibaka to get some good, decent shots because of the aggressiveness of Westbrook. So I'm thinking this team can still get a playoff spot without Kevin Durant. So with that being said, I think they still be able to compete for the lower end seeds without Durant and still be competitive throughout the season. And then 19, 20 games, Kevin Durant comes back, they should be able to climb back up to the high seed. Kevin Durant only projected to miss like a month and a half anyway. So, and now actually probably a month. So he ain't gonna miss like 40 games. You're gonna miss like a 19 or 20. So they should still be able to compete as long as they still have a decent player. Like somebody else goes down, then the team fucked. Because then they ain't gonna be able to win enough game. But right now, what the team is, they should be able to be competed and competitive against a lot of these teams in the NBA, especially the way their schedule looks. They still should be able to win 15 to 16 games without Kevin Durant, and or at least 12 at the worst. So this is me, Quinn Wade, signing out. Don't forget to comment. Hit the comment button. I'll respond to every comment. Feel free to leave suggestions. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Check out my older videos if you're new to the channel and you like this video, and I'll see why you wouldn't subscribe. Quinn W20, Quinn Wade signing out. NBA Talk, OKC.